what's up, guys? This video is about her not being a lesbian. Now, the situation she's in is terrible, right? She's down bad. So, for the people who's gonna watch these videos, say, oh, AMA don't make any sense. She's clearly with a woman. Ask yourself this. Does she have a child? Does she have multiple childs? Does she have multiple kids? Has she been married? That lets you know, like, gather all the information, bro, before you, because a lot of times, and I see this is sad, but they do it to themselves. These kind of women, they're not good at picking good men. So they've been sleeping around a lot, however they want to describe it. Long story short, they've been sleeping around, right? Regardless of, oh, every guy I get with just, he just sleeps with me, he leaves me. I understand it, but no one told you to do that 40 times. So at the end of the day, they have to hold themselves accountable, man. So normally what happens with women like that, I'm gonna say this too, is normally in the, in the poor community, they'll go ahead and think that they found a solution to their problem by dating women. When in reality, that doesn't make any sense, because if the guys don't want you, the women definitely don't want you. You gotta understand, man, the highest domestic violence, in the M word, is from same-sex marriages, from women. Look it up. You ain't gotta believe, bro. Google that right now and see what's the highest mortality rate when it come down to relationships. Is it opposite sex or is it the same sex? Look it up, bro. It's gonna be, man, with the lesbian community, it's crazy, man. The death rates in the lesbian community is crazy. Once they break up, it's just wild. Just look it up, bro. I don't want to be getting all into that and probably get in trouble, but just look it up, man. The death rates when it come down to lesbian relationship is crazy, because they know it's literally damn near impossible for them to find a partner, a lifelong partner, should I say. They can find a partner here and there, but as far as like compared to the opposite sex, nah, because they going against the grain. And you understand, it's always one person, it's always one female in a relationship that's 100% lesbian. It's like, oh, this is who I am, I'm gonna do this till I die. And the other partner is always shady, bro. Like, I see it all the time when I go out. I don't interact with, because I ain't that kind of guy, but I see it all the time in public, bro. It's all the partner's always shady, bro. Like, they always ask the question, oh, have you ever been with a man? And then as soon as they tell them yeah, they already know what they're getting themselves into. But since they down bad, they gonna take whatever they can get. Call me a lie, don't believe me, do your own research, you're gonna find the truth, man. So what they do, they think they found a solution to their problem. Remember, they never changed their bad habits, they just decided to do something different, but they still had the same bad habits. So instead of them fixing themselves, they go ahead and, I'm gonna start dating women and everything will be fine. Nah, bro, when you bring that to their community, they gonna look at you like, okay, she been with a lot of guys, she has several kids, so they automatically not gonna take you serious. Now you got something to say this too. There's a lot of them out there. There's always there's always the fat bags. They gonna take whatever, bro. You see them, what they call them, bull dykes or whatever. The linemen, I call them linemen. Them right there, they gonna take whatever, bro. Because they not attractive to any group, whether it's the men or the women. So they just at the far, they in the negatives, bro. They not even the bottom, they in the negatives. They beyond the negatives. I mean, beyond the bottom, they in the negatives, bro. So them big old fatbacks, the linemen, they can't get nobody. They the ones who trick the hardest, bro. It's those, and it's the older, I don't know if you want to call them lesbians or whatever, but the ones who act like they want to pretend that they dudes. Those kind of lesbians, I guess they still lesbians, bro. They just act like dudes. Those trick the hardest. So what happened is, you have the younger girls, they'll find it out, and then they'll go ahead and take advantage. I seen that fight. I had a job and I worked with one of them. She was just getting ran through as far as financial. Like, it was embarrassing, bro. She was just, again, I don't know what it is about the dykes. I guess that's the right, word to use. But for some reason, they all dress like they stuck in the 90s. I'm like, fam, nobody, don't get nothing wrong with FUBU, but they wear the backwards hat with the do-rag, and they wear the baggy clothes, and I don't know they like, again, obviously something's wrong with them, right? Because they're clearly a female, but they try their hardest to be a man. So you already know it's something. That's why I never bother them. Cause I know they going through something. I just leave them alone. Long as I just leave them alone. But that's just, I don't know what it is about them. They just, something about them just dressing like they in the 90s, early 2000s. I don't know, bro. But anyway, that's what happened with her. Like, she wasn't. Of course, they wasn't giving her no sex. They were just acting like they liked her or whatever. So she would let them borrow her car. She would always give them money. She'll be paying their bills. You know, she'll be on the phone, and you can hear the conversation. It's just terrible. But again, they do it to themselves. So she's been a fool all her life. The woman's literally 40-something years old. She was, the job I was working at the time was fucking trash. She's working some stupid ass warehouse job. So you already know she ain't doing good in life already on top of that. So it's just her life is in shambles. So with them kind of women, what they do, they claim that they gay all of a sudden out of nowhere. Then they go ahead and start looking for women to date. But in reality, you gotta understand, someone has to be the breadwinner in every relationship. So if you down bad, busted, you can't hold a job or you don't have a job, so now you're bringing even more problems to the other community. The women are not gonna take you serious, bro. Cause, okay, well, she got all these kids, obviously she been with dudes, that's common, right? That's obvious. You gotta figure that out. And on top of that, she not financially stable. So I have to take care of her and her damn kids. So most women, that's in this situation like that, not saying all of them are just poor, but I mean, all the ones I saw, they poor, bro. I mean, not saying there's no successful, dykes out there, or I guess, that's really successful. I don't know, they probably out there, but all the ones I saw, they always in the poor communities, bro. So that's just, if you're a dyke, you see this video, you doing good for yourself, congratulations. But that's what happens when they try to go, not just they try to go to the other community, it's just in general, because you're bringing problems. Nobody wants extra problems, because normally everybody has something they dealing with, but no one wants to deal with extra problems. So okay, if you're just a woman in general, and you in the dating market, it don't even matter if you're dating women or guys. The simple fact is, when you go in the dating market, they look at you, and they say all of them always, they pass the wall. All of them always pass the wall, bro. This is give you, even more details about what's going on. So all of them pass the wall. So you're a middle-aged woman. Your body ain't the same like you was before you had all this stuff, before you let all the dudes run up in you, before you started having all these kids. It ain't the same no more. You're middle-aged. Your attitude jacked up. You got all these kids. You know what I mean? So they already know it's like, well, this is a bad investment. So now you go into the other community like that it matters, and you expecting something different. If that woman doesn't have any kids, remember, they lesbians, they dykes. What make you think they're gonna take you in if you got kids? That doesn't make any sense. Now I understand stuff happens, right? Like, she decided to live a different life. It's funny they do that every time they hit the wall. They do that every time they've been ran down. They do that every time when they a baby mama 2-3 times. Why you didn't do that when you was young? When you was young and tight? Why you didn't do that then? Oh, now you want to be a lesbian when the dudes already had their way with you. You're past your prime. Your body out of whack. Y'all these dumbass tattoos everywhere. You can't stop wearing fucking pink wigs. You smell like Marlboros. Your favorite drink is Hennessy. You don't exercise. You can't cook. You got a terrible attitude. Am I wrong? Somebody like the video if I'm right, bro. Shit, if I'm wrong, dislike the video. I want somebody to respond to this. Because if I'm lying, I'm dying. But anyway, so that's what they doing. So not necessarily saying that she gay, because that's whatever she doing, she dealing with a female. And I'm gonna say this too, a lot of times them kind of females, they don't even have any sex. They just kiss. Because you got the ones who faking it. So they like, I'm not about to do that. And they'll just kiss her. They'll hug her. Stuff like little simple stuff like that, because they know 100% they not gay. They just trying to find them a sucker. That's what it is, bro. No offense to the women who do that, but at the end of the day, them females look at you as a sucker. For you to take her when she down bad, long story short, when she down bad. And on top of that, you take care of somebody else's kids, and she got multiple kids by multiple guys. Automatically, no matter how you see yourself as an individual, like I said, you probably be a great person. But at the end of the day, everyone will look at you as a sucker, because that's what you are. I'm not saying they don't make you a terrible person. I'm not saying that, but everyone else is gonna look at you as a sucker. That's just reality. So you'll have them women in these fake ass lesbian relationships. They not even having sex. They just holding hands and hugging because that girl knows she's not gay, bro. She just trying to look for a sucker. She's down bad to the point to where she just desperate, bro. To where she just trying to find anybody, any sucker she can find, whether it's a male or a female. So that's where they get in life. So when you see them, and I see that, I got banned, bro. I got blocked out. So I'm on. This was years ago, but I was on Facebook. You know, bless her heart. But she's Section 8 certified. She's, if you were to look, we probably can, Google. But if you were to Google the ideal Section 8 person, she'll be on there, bro. Like, that's her. She just Section 8 down. I'm talking about she sponsors, bro. Section 8 has been sponsoring her all her life, bro. So, anyway, moving forward, she posted, like most people who ain't got nothing going on with themselves, they stay on social media. Believe it or not, bro, this is what it is. If you really got something going on, you're not going to be on social media pulling 8, 12 hours a day. And I done seen this. It's sad, but whatever. She on there posting random dumb shit. That don't matter, bro. It's just dumb stuff. So she posted a picture, of her being pregnant. And she said, oh, I'm looking for what? She said, I'm gay. And she said, I only date women. Keep in mind, she got a picture of her. She straight up pregnant. She like, I don't know, 8 months pregnant with her. She literally had a baby like another month or so. So she literally at the end of her pregnancy. And her post said, oh, I only date women. So, like I said, you got a lot of time. I always make the situation worse. And I'm not gonna, cause I'm gonna get in trouble if I say everything I put on a post. So in the comment section, I said, how, I did the research, I looked through her profile. I said, how do you only date women when this is your 4th child and you've never been married? And I said, you need to blank, 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 you and the baby. So I'm not gonna lie, that was uncalled for, but that's exactly, I said that. And of course, you had some people that tried to protect her, but again, majority of people like my comment, and majority of the people that like my comment, they're her relatives. So she's been going on with the shenanigans pretty much all her life. Her life is, when I see women who do that, automatically I know their life has always been chaotic, because I understand you can make a change, but once you start having kids, that's pretty much set, bro. That's like, it ain't no turning back. So for the women who do that, I already know their life is in shambles, bro. It doesn't make sense. This Section 8 female literally made a post with her literally pregnant, saying only date females, and she's pregnant. I'm like, oh my God. And this is what it is, bro. So they do it to themselves. That's why, nothing against, women with tattoos, but normally we see women with tattoos, and I'm gonna say this too, it's not like it's like a mural. It's not like it's like one tattoo and it's like it all flows together. It's roses and, angels or something cute. There's always some Tyrone, M.O.B., one deep. I'm like, God dang, Brenda. You know what I mean? Like this, it's just random tattoos, and none of it coexists. None of it goes together. So that's a red flag letting you know her life is chaotic, bro. Believe it or not, I made a post about women and tattoos. Somebody commented. Like I said, I don't shame anybody for leaving a comment. That's why I tell you guys, I encourage you guys to do that. But they felt some type of way because their woman has tattoos. And I didn't comment, whatever, but they felt upset, it made them feel bad. And I'm like, I just, let them, I'm not gonna attack you. Sometimes I'll, respond to you guys, but obviously the guy was venting because, it's just a pretty detailed reply. So I'm like, okay, he just been. I'm gonna let him have that moment. I'm not gonna, shame him. I already made the video. It's just, hey, if it don't apply, let it fly. But this is what it is, man. So every video I make, obviously, is not gonna be on your good side. It's not made to be on your good side. I'm just posting these videos to let you guys know what to look out for and giving you guys my advice. That's all it is to it. I'm not here poking fun at nobody, nothing like that, even though I do talk some shit here and now and then. But overall, I'm just telling you guys what's going on. So whenever you see a female and she has kids and she's a lesbian, let you know that's a red flag, but let you know right there her life is in shambles, bro. And I'm gonna say this too. You can, if you've been out there, the dating market or just been dealing with women for a long time, you can look at a female and know she faking or not, bro. You can literally look at it and be like, all right, fam, she down bad. So she just looking for a sucker to take her in. That's all it is too. But for the most part, if you're a normal dude, you've been dealing with women for a long time, you can look at it and tell she faking or not. And I'm gonna say this too. The lesbian chicks or the dykes, they know that too, but they down bad because their options is damn near invisible, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like, the percentage is like point something for an average lesbian to find her a lifelong partner. I'm just being real with you, bro, because I hear stories all the time with them. Like I say, females, you already know how it is when they come down to dudes, when they deal with dudes. So automatically, it's going to be worse with women because the common woman don't like women. The biggest enemy for a woman is another woman, bro. That's facts. So you already know it's chaotic in the home. Not saying all, but majority of the time, bro, it's chaotic. I want to say like 85% of the time it's chaotic. And I'm going to say this too. I see a lot of the lesbian chicks, the older ones, what they do, I start seeing them, they start going after the younger girls because guess what? They can manipulate them. They can control them. So they start going after the young girls. Like I say, they don't know any better, bro. They just dumb. They young. They just out there thinking they know what's going on. They don't. So I see, which at the end of the day, they legal. I'm just telling you guys what it is. So it's not like they committing a crime. But the older lesbians, they'll go after the young ones because they can control them. So I've been seeing that too. But the sad part about that is you can't defeat nature because them girls are young. They tight. They dealing with you. You probably 40, 50 years old. That's what they do. They got a trick, bro, because they don't have a penis. So they gotta try to make up for it. At the end of the day, they only can do so much. Like I said, I'm not poking fun of them. I'm just telling you what it is. That's what happens when you go against human nature, bro. This is what it is. So they get a young girl. They think they winning. Sad part about it is them girls, they still going to school. They working. A lot of times they try to take that from them so they can keep them captive. I told you guys for one of the other videos, so they can control them. They don't want them to be self-efficient. You know what I mean? They want the daughter, don't work, don't go to school, I'll take care of it. They just want to keep them in the house because they know if they get any kind of human interaction, the chances of them losing that girl, they lady, is very high. So understand that too. That's a downside up because they gonna end up getting their feelings hurt because they dealing with a young girl. Yeah, she's stupid. You know what I mean? Not trying to be funny, but yeah, she dumb, she young, whatever. But best believe she young, she type, and this because she dating. Oh, it don't matter, bro. She can go to work or whatever, say, oh, I'm a lesbian or whatever. Man, them dudes don't give a damn. They know that girl young. They know she's stupid. Because, like, okay, if you young, you in your prime, you look great, why you a lesbian? They going to challenge her, bro. And a lot of them females, they just stupid because they like, I don't want to make it, I'm going to stop saying that word because I don't want to, cross the line by saying, that word. But a lot of them girls are just naive, bro. So they think they know what they doing. Like, oh, nah, I got somebody. Man, them dudes don't give a. You're not going to defeat human nature. That girl young. She around these young dudes. They all chiseled up. Now everybody putting on body oil and shit. So she gonna get turned on, bro. She gonna get turned on, even if she not 100%. Like she not, because you got lesbians who still sleep with dudes. I told you, another video I told you, it's a fact. Even the dykes do that. So you gonna tell me a young 19-year-old girl that's looking great and she say she gay? Man, them dudes gonna test her every single day. Her hormones gonna be all over the place and she gonna get bent over. So the old school chicks, they know that, but they willing to risk it because they just, okay, I can't get an older one because they so messed up, so I get a young one. That's easy, I can manipulate them and this and that. But guess what? You have that cell phone back in the day, probably in the 90s or whatever, you have a better chance of being successful. Now today, Just because, you know, you dating her, it's the same situation. She got that cell phone. She got access to millions of people all over the world, and you got millions of dudes willing to take care of them. So you can't compete. It's just do the best you can and hope she stay with you long enough. But long story short, hey, bro, you ain't gonna be able to stop that no matter what. Something gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you this: she might stay with you, but that ain't mean she ain't getting bit over by no dudes. That's a fact. So this is something they gotta deal with. So again, guys, they down bad when you see they don't take them serious. Because how are you a lesbian? You got all these kids. I see it all the time. I'm like, it's terrible, bro. So this is what it is. When you see them females that got kids and it's, you know, they so-called say they gay all of a sudden, or they not, bro. They just down bad. They know damn well one of their baby daddies took them serious. They'll go ahead and go right back to the home team. So that's just what it is, man. I know it's chaotic, it's wild, but I see it all the time. I just look and shake and nod my head, bro. That's well, not nod my head because I'm agreeing. I don't agree that. I just look and you know, shake my head, bro. But that's what's going on. And it's always the one who's, like I said, it's always the one who's ran down, bro. Because remember, a female who got unlimited options in her prime, she ain't worried about being no lesbian, bro. Now, if she just out there hardcore, yeah, she go all kind of ways. But those are the ones you don't take serious. You know, the strippers, the prostitutes, you know what I mean? You know, of course, the OnlyFans girls are prostitutes. So you don't take them serious. You just have your fun with them and go on about your way. Easy, late, and you're on your way, bro. So when you see it, just don't pay no attention and go on about your business, bro. But that's really what it is, man. Like at the end of the day, if she was doing great in life, if she's a prize, if she's so hot, why is she not married, man? Why is she not married? Why is she out here, you know, hooking up with some dirty old, you know, lesbian trucker when she could have got her a full-size man? But at the end of the day, this is the downsides of being a hoe. Anyway, the videos have come to an end. If you got any questions, any concerns, leave them down below. No matter what, before I say that, you know, you got to like, share, subscribe, and no matter what else, protect your peace, your pockets, and your purpose.